Factsverse presents. Pole vaulter Allison Stokke is finally talking about the photo that almost ended her career. Before we get into our video, why don't you jump down to the comments and tell us what your favorite Olympic game is, summer or winter. Also, while you're here, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. People want to be recognized for their achievements and talent. Unfortunately, for some, it doesn't work out that way. There are times when something that's beyond your control overshadows your talent, athleticism, or achievements. And that's something that Allison Stokke can attest to. She was only 17 years old when it all went down. Allison grew up in California, and she wasn't the only athlete in her family. Her older brother David was a national-level competitive gymnast, and it was assumed that Allison would follow in his footsteps. It turned out that Allison's interest and talent were in pole vaulting, and by the time she was 15, she was already setting records. She managed to vault 12 feet 6 inches and won a U.S. title. Allison wasn't just athletic, she was also beautiful. When she was a senior in high school, she started doing some modeling to earn some money. Between school and modeling, she still found time to beat her own record. At the National Junior Championships, she vaulted 13 feet 6 3/4 inches. In 2007, With Leather was a very popular sports blog with a significant male following. The viral site would often take any opportunity to objectify women, and Allison was often one of their targets. When Allison was competing in a competition in New York in 2007, a journalist for California Track and Field took a photo of her, and soon it found its way to With Leather. The website used a picture of Allison without the original photographer's permission, and they used the headline, "Pole vaulting is sexy, barely legal." When the photographer saw that With Leather had used the photo, he threatened to sue them if they didn't take it down immediately. Well, by this point, the picture had already spread to other sites. It didn't take long before Allison became the subject of a tribute website. On the site were photos of her in pole vaulting competitions. It wasn't long before the images were shared on social media. In just a short time, the fan sites that were created had thousands of followers. When her photos started circulating, Allison and her family hoped that her fame would be short-lived. Unfortunately, they were wrong, and their problems with the internet were just beginning. Just when Allison and her family thought things were finally going to slow down, her photos became international news. The Washington Post, the Los Angeles Times, the New York Times, the BBC, and the Sydney Morning Herald – they all published articles and photos of Allison. Soon, her unwanted fame had spread to Germany. Thanks to all of this attention, Allison began receiving emails and photo requests. She had become a sex symbol, and she never wanted that. Many of her online fans became obsessed, and that was scaring Allison. When Allison and her family realized that her internet fame was too much for them to control on their own, Allison hired a media consultant to help them handle the situation. The media consultant suggested that Allison try to shift focus from her looks to her pole vaulting techniques. She participated in an interview on pole vaulting techniques that was uploaded to YouTube. In just a short time, it received over 100,000 views. Unfortunately, the video did not do what Allison and her consultant had hoped. The comment section was filled with a discussion on her looks rather than her athleticism. Finally, her father decided to step in. He was a lawyer, and he made it his mission to find something illegal that could shut down those fan sites for good. Allison never asked for all of this attention, and she actually found it to be creepy and even scary. Her father had to figure out a way to get all of this nonsense to stop. All the attention was taking a mental toll on his daughter. Although the constant attention for her looks was getting to Allison, she didn't let it stop her from training and competing. During her freshman year at UC Berkeley, she broke the school record with a vault of 13 feet 5 3/4 inches. During her sophomore year, she added another 4 inches to her length. During her junior year, Allison still competed, but her main focus was on her college classes. Allison decided that she would still be photographed, but on her terms. She did sportswear modeling for Nike, Uniqlo, and a series of GoPro videos that were posted to YouTube. In 2017, Alice began dating professional golfer Ricky Fowler, and the two got engaged the following June. Allison still competes today, and she doesn't let men's sexist attitudes toward her get her down. Pole vaulter Allison Stokke. She is finally now talking about that photo that almost ended her career. Today she's older and stronger than she was in her teens, and she's having a bit easier time with all the attention. Subscribe for more!